Hi, I'm Kenny Caulfield, and thanks for tuning in to our second episode of ComodoVision Ecommerce. Today we're going to talk about the rising threat of phishing, how Comodo is helping to combat against these sneaky fraudsters, and how you can protect your brand and your customers from becoming a victim to one of these attacks. We'll also introduce to you our fresh new look on Comodo.com. Finally, we'll answer an email from one of our viewers. Many people aren't sure exactly what phishing is until it happens to them. Phishing is a malicious attack that intends to acquire sensitive information that could include usernames, passwords, credit card information, or other personal details. This happens when someone steals the identity of a legitimate and trusted website, leveraging the recognized name to establish a false sense of security for the customers, all with the intent of tricking them into giving away their credit card information and personal details. Not only does the phishing attack victimize the customer, but it leads to brand damage if they use your identity to trick customers. The threat of phishing has been around since 1987, and unfortunately hasn't decreased at all since then. In fact, in 2008, Gartner reported that the internet experienced a 40% increase in phishing attacks, and over 5 million people were victims, extorting an average of $351 per consumer nationwide. Differentiating a phishing site from a legitimate site can be tricky. That's why Comodo CEO Meli Abdul-Hayolu initiated the CAB forum so that the certificate authorities and browsers could get together and come up with a standard for e-commerce security to offer brand protection and assurance to the end user. What they came up with is known as the Extended Validation, or EVSSL certificate. Not only does it encrypt the website, providing a secure connection, but the certificate authorities verify the identity of the business to ensure that they are legitimate before issuing the certificate. Merchants requesting an extended validation SSL certificate are required to have proper documentation that proves they are registered and legitimate. Upon completing the vetting process, they are able to display the green address bar that allows consumers to know that they are trustworthy and helps to boost their brand's credibility. Domain validation, or DVSSL certificates, require only an email validation to issue a certificate. This has allowed fraudsters to obtain the gold padlock, eroding the trust it previously carried. Too many consumers have been scammed from a phishing site that carried the gold padlock. Not only do consumers need to verify that the connection is secure, but they also need to verify that the business behind the domain is legitimately who they say they are. Now it's time for viewer mail. Beth in Ann Arbor, Michigan writes, as a consumer, not an e-merchant, are there any tools for me to use to verify that the website is authentic, aside from the green address bar? Beth, thanks so much for your question. Comodo has a free tool that consumers can use called the Verification Engine for added assurance. When you navigate to a website with a registered and recognized trademark or an EVSSL certificate, the border around your window turns green, letting you know that the website is safe. If you ever navigate to an unregistered website or a website that only has a domain-validated certificate, a warning message will appear letting you know that the website is not trusted and to proceed with caution. Thanks for tuning into this episode of ComodoVision Ecommerce. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter @ComodoEcommerce. Join us again next time.